Hello, Mike Abernathy here with NSCA. I'm Director of Business Resources here with the association, and today I'm joined with Brenda Jolly of Insperity, and Insperity is an NSCA Business Accelerator partner, and as part of that, Brenda is a Business Performance Advisor in Virginia. And Brenda, great to have you with us today. And I look forward learning more about really how does Insperity help NSCA members in the world of HR.
Yeah, Mike, it's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Excited for the conversation.
great. Thanks again. And so we do have a few questions here. So let's talk about the solutions Insperity offers NSCA members in the systems integration community. And there are really two programs that Insperity offers. And one is uh, the WX, or the Workforce Acceleration Program, and the other is the Workforce Optimization Program, or WO. So how can an integrator determine which one of these is really best for their organization?
Yeah, I love the question because that is really part of the process is exploring which solution is the best one. So I'd love to just give a little insight into the two different solutions. We have Workforce Acceleration, which is our traditional employment solution. And this is really for business owners who are comfortable retaining their employer related risks, but they do need some more HR support and some better efficiencies inside the business. It gives them HR support and advanced HR technology to help things run more smoothly and then give them access to the HR support that they need. So that's our traditional employment model. And then our other model, which we call workforce optimization, which you said, is our what we call our co-employment solution. And it's different in the fact that it allows business owners to shift their employer-related risk over to Insperity. And it also lets them engage with a dedicated service team of HR professionals who want to see that business do well, provide some proprietary HR technology. And the solution is really designed to move their business forward faster. And so our goals in that co-employment solution through workforce optimization is really to help solve a lot of the strategic and tactical HR issues and needs that a company would have, provide some net profit protection and cost containment around employer related costs, as well as really impacting that top line revenue. And we do that through more engaged employees. That's sort of the ultimate end goal, is to get our employees more engaged through strategic HR.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that and clarifying those two programs and those two offerings. And so one thing I'm seeing a lot within NSCA member organization is that really that whole outsourcing model in general, right? And from
Definitely.
many areas in their business. I mean, if it's from drafting and the engineering and technical field services or accounting or whatever it may be, how does an integrator recognize if outsourcing for their HR human resources is really best for them?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great question. And always good to evaluate, is outsourcing right for me and how do I know? So, some of the key metrics that I always think are pretty important and things that when I engage in a conversation with a business owner, I'm sort of thinking, do they check these boxes? So, one, is that business owner, is that leader open to outsourcing, and are they growth minded? Because I find that growth minded business leaders, they look to focus on their core competencies because they know that's why they started their business. That's what they're good at. That's how they drive revenue. And then they look to outsource the other things that they could use some more support in. So are they open to sort of having a trusted HR partner that can help, ensure compliance and head up some of the strategic HR initiatives that would make their business run better? So I think that's one. I think, secondly, a business owner or leader who understands the value of time and just they're looking for solutions that can make their business more efficient. I think that that's very valuable. People that are familiar with employer related risk and understand, okay, I need to have either a traditional employment solution like workforce acceleration just to give me the infrastructure I need from a compliance standpoint, or people who have said, you know what, I am well versed in the risk of being an employer. I want to protect this business that I've built, and I'd like to learn more about co-employment and workforce optimization, and learn how that sort of strategic outsourcing partnership could really help protect my business. And then I think the last thing that's always important, and I think at the top of everybody's mind, is profitability and the financial health of that business. Because we want to look at the cost structure of whatever solution a business owner would want to engage in. And that really lets us know, okay, is outsourcing right for you? Is it the right time? And what is the right solution? So I think that profitability and cost structure piece is really important as well.
Yeah, and that leads into my next question. Is, cost is always a question from an integrator, from our members and
Right.
your clients when we're having this discussion.
Yeah.
So in short, how do we look at dollars today that we're spending on HR or investing in HR versus dollars if we're working with
Mm.
Insperity as
Yeah,
an
everybody
integrator?
wants to talk about the money, huh, Mike?
Exactly. All we all do.
It's true. I mean, everybody needs to know what it costs. So it's a great question. And I honestly, I can't give you a direct hard dollar cost. Like, this is what it costs to become an Insperity client today, because it looks different for every business depending on what solution they decide to go with. But what I can say, there are a few things I can guarantee is, when you're talking about how does it look on what I'm spending today versus in becoming an Insperity client, that is exactly what we do in our process. Is we give you an apples to apples comparison of what you're spending today on related HR services versus what you would spend with Insperity. And our goal really is to be as transparent as possible, showing you line by line exactly where your money's going, because we think that that does a couple of things. One, it allows our business owners to make a very informed and educated decision about whether or not they want to become an Insperity client. Secondly, it allows us to show the ROI that we can bring to the relationship of just, okay, if you're going to engage with us, we want you to know that our end game is to be a trusted partner that really does affect top line revenue and help drive things forward through more engaged employees. And I always sort of think, the worst case scenario for a business owner is that they walk away with better financial detail and better financial information about what they're spending today on their employees than if they hadn't engaged with us. So at the end of the day, whether somebody becomes a client or not, we want the process to be valuable for them, and we want our business owners to walk away with some valuable information.
Yeah, thanks. And that's something we speak with our members about in many areas of is that process side and getting those metrics and so
Right.
forth, so they can make those good business decisions to move forward. And you know, uh, and part of that is talent acquisition,
Yes.
right? And
Absolutely.
it's currently a challenge for members and really probably in all industries, right? In all parts of our economy right now,
Yeah.
it's a huge challenge. So share with us what the life cycle of a new hire might look like, and how can Insperity help with that?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's any business in America that at some point during their life cycle has avoided struggling with good talent acquisition and how to onboard them and how to get them involved in their company. So I think a good way to answer the question is to sort of paint a picture, because I think we could all see ourselves in this scenario where you've taken a job offer with a company and you're really excited about it, and you've gotten yourself all the way to the point that you're willing to make this big transition to a new company. And you show up and you start onboarding and you quickly realize, okay, I've joined Hot Mess Express and the onboarding is not going well. And I'm getting really nervous about the decision I've made. And then you're there for a couple weeks to a month and you're still not really clear on what your role is. Like, I know that this has happened to me along the way. And you don't understand how your role fits into the greater mission, vision, and values of that company. And I think with Insperity, that's what we're trying to avoid. Like, here at Insperity, we really believe that when we have the right people in the right seats, moving in the right direction, we can help a company grow more efficiently than they would without us. And so how we would approach that scenario is different for every organization, because we definitely don't take a one size fits all approach. We want to roll our sleeves up and dig in with our partners and say, okay, how can we move this company forward in a meaningful way? So for one company, they might come to us in their early stages. They don't really have their core values laid out. They don't have job descriptions written. So that's what we're doing. We're writing their job descriptions. We're helping them explore their core values and helping them create ways to communicate that to current and future employees so we can make employment with that company look really attractive. And then we bring on other clients and they have really well established company culture. They know who they are, they know what they're trying to accomplish. And so tackling that employment question and with them looks very different. So we might be doing things that like defining career paths for their employees, defining training and development, because I know for me, and I think this is probably true for a lot of people, if I have two job offers on the table and they're very similar in pay and what I'm going to be doing, and one company lays out for me a career path, like these are the goals you need to hit to advance within our organization, and this is the training both personal and professionally that we're going to bring to the table, and the other company just gives me your standard job offer, it's a no-brainer for me which one I'm going to pick. So that's a good example of how we would help a company that's maybe a little more well established. But at the end of the day, um, we don't take that one size fits all approach, and we want to provide just a level of service and a depth of care that is meaningful to any company that decides to become part of the Insperity family.
Yeah, wonderful. And thanks for sharing that, and
Yeah,
thanks for sharing what that career path would look like and how important that is for bringing on new talent. So
absolutely.
Brenda, thanks for your time today and your insight. Here at NSCA, we greatly appreciate the partnership with Insperity and the
Likewise.
resources from you and your team and that support the NSCA community. So if you'd like to learn more about Insperity, please visit the NSCA.org website and visit the Insperity page there. Thanks again, Brenda, for your time.
Thank you, Mike. It's great to see you.
Be well. Bye now.
Bye.